Yeah, and if you heard the ISB too, now they're like any local festivals being used as a masquerade for rebel activity, will now be canceled and all this. I was like, man, they are just laying it in there. This is
Yeah, and now we find ourselves in this like essentially a purge, if you will. Is that they're just going through and they're just arresting just normal basic ass people and throwing them in jail because what they're doing, what I think they're doing is that this is them ramping up their production site, their production timelines, and they need more workers because they're killing the Geonosians right now. The Geonosians are dying, literally dying, trying to build the Death Star, right? They're going through and they're harvesting all of this material. This is when we start getting into Catalyst, and we start really starting to see the severity of the Empire being in control. And it's really bad. And so now we're just what was a 6-month sentence is now 6 years, and he was getting arrested for things that he didn't even do. It was just an assumption. This guy made an assumption. He was like, "Oh, you did all this," and he didn't even have due process. He didn't even have the ability to defend himself. They were just like, "You did this. Sucks to suck. Boop, gone."
best line in the trial was "Take it up with the Emperor."
Yeah. Holy shit, dude.
Her name's Marva, by the way.
Absolutely. Marva. Okay. So, he calls her Marv. That's sometimes I hear mom with his accent. Yeah, when he's talking to Marv, it's just like you could tell she was different when she was just like, "I've been here for 13 years and I'm tired and I just don't care anymore." And it's like this is showcasing the spark of the rebellion, and it's so cool. Mon Mothma is another great example of like showcasing the beginnings, and it's like going back to what we keep on talking about, episode 3 and that deleted scene where they're having that meeting, and you're starting to all see the fruits of their labor starting to come to fruition, right? Like this idea of like she's now starting to be less careful, and she's like starting to like rally the people. She's talking to her friend. And she's like, "Hey, I'm doing this thing. I need you to help me."
So
cool.
It was interesting with her because, she's viewed to us as this big rebel leader.
Yeah.
And then now that the rebellion, I guess you could say it is officially started. Although in Solo, I feel like that's really I guess that's more of a seed than it officially starting. I would say would you say that this event kicks off the rebellion?
Yes, 100%. I would say this is the moment when people see that they are able to stand up to the Empire.
So with that being said, she wasn't really ready to the level that Luthen was, but Luthen seems to be of the mind that, we can, like, this is it. It's do or die at this point. Like, we can't just sit on our hands
as long
anymore.
as he's getting paid. It would be so stupid for them to build up this entire like sub story arc and not deliver with a big like, "Oh, wow." Like somehow Cassian and this guy and then his uncle, like this is all going to get mashed up at the end. It has to. This is going to take us to the finale, I think.
So you think the end of the season will reveal who the uncle is?
We're going to get closure with the guy who was on Morales, Meridia, whatever the planet was. There's so many goddamn planets now. Morlana 2, right?
1, 2,
whatever.
3.
The Morlana. Okay, so the Corpo guard. So many names.
Karn.
Corpo
Morlana
guard.
1.
We're gonna get closure with him. We're gonna end up. I think either we end up going back to Morlana, or somehow it'll all come back to that first episode. I think everything's gonna get cleaned up nicely at the end. So we'll figure out what Cassian's doing. I think Luthen will be a character that will carry us into season 2. I don't think they'll get rid of Luthen because he's really fun. He's a cool character. I like him a lot. Also, the actor is phenomenal. We'll keep Luthen. We'll get Mon Mothma. You know what? Me saying that now, knowing that his assistant is also like his dirty laundry person side assassin. I don't know. Maybe we'll lose Luthen at the end. I like honestly, there's been these little minute twists and turns with the storytelling. I don't really know. I think Marv will probably end up dying.
I think Karn is going to connect the dots when he's going through Imperial records, find out that this guy named Keef got
got
arrested on this planet. I forget the name of
but
the
I don't
planet.
know why. I don't know why he would be in those records. That would, like, in my
He's
head,
gonna
an ISB
see his
agent would see it.
picture.
Oh, but why would?
Because he's so obsessed at this point, so he's looking for it.
Yeah, but he's in with, but there's like regulations and stuff. Why would a guy who's in the department of whatever compliance, if he's in the department of compliance, making sure that everything's, and he's working with fuel, how does he end up getting access to essentially ISB records?
We'll see. But I think he's going to be the one that connects the dots that they didn't arrest him.
I agree.
They arrested Cassian Andor.
I agree 100%. There's going to be closure for him. How we get that closure, I don't know, but most definitely him getting back into the Empire and working there, it makes sense. He will end up either facing Cassian or dying by his head, or something's going to happen between those two where they're going to have it out, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
But we still don't have an overarching bad guy other than the Emperor. Like, I mean, but the Emperor,
ISB would be the overarching bad guy.
They haven't done anything that makes me think they really are, like, you know, like yes, they are an entity that seems bad, but they haven't done anything yet that makes me go, oh, that's a bad motherfucker right there. Like, we don't have a bad guy. And every other show that we've had so far, well, I guess Mando really didn't have a bad guy up until the end. I mean, it's just like it's an interesting way to tell a story where there really isn't like this antagonist that is like chasing the protagonist, right? Like, it's a story about this guy going through life, and you've got this like overarching evil that's there, just doing bad shit.